Hello everyone, so it's time for a winter update. So it hasn't been too cold, but this coming week we're finally gonna get to those below 30s, so it's gonna get cold. So nothing much has changed with my trees, but just a few things that I want to point out and a new tree that I want to show you. So let's get started. This boxwood that I got, really, really beautiful Navari. It's in a huge pot, so I'll be re-potting, well, down-potting a little bit into a smaller pot, just a little bit, not too much. It's really tall, so it does need a lot of work. So as you can see, it kind of splits into two right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm thinking that this is the better front, so I might keep this one and get rid of the one on the back. But this also, I like how it kind of like comes down right here and gets that nice little dent right there. So we shall see. It's really tall, so boxwoods don't really back bud too easily. So what I'm going to do slowly, I'm just gonna be, chopping a little bit and then just keeping that green to help it back bud a little bit. So that's the goal. I have different options with this one, but the first thing is going to be putting this tree into a slightly smaller container. I have my trident maple that lost all of its foliage already, and it's got a lot of elongated shoots, which I'm going to be pruning a little bit maybe next month. And I'm thinking of putting it into a slightly bigger container and doing some root grafting so I can get a little bit better Navari. Because as you can see, it kind of, I don't know, I don't like it. Someone said that it kind of looks like a shoe or something like that. So I'm going to be changing that. My boxwood. I think I like the shape of it. I'm just going to be, this branch right here, I'm going to just take it down a little bit. Just so it can kind of like flare really nicely. And I'm going to be changing the position of the potting. Currently is right here, as I mentioned before, and this is going to be the new position to show more of those details right there. I have my ball cypress, which I wired in the previous video, and I have my lead selected already, so that's going to be, I'm just gonna let it grow all the way, and I'm going to be putting it into a bigger container. So I'm actually thinking of using this huge pot and putting the ball cypress in there so I can just let it grow like crazy. And I'm letting this long shoots just because I want the branches to thicken up before I can start working on the secondary branches. I have this clump boxwood as well. Now I have to do boxwoods now that I'm thinking about it. Either way, so I'm going to do some type of clump style, and currently it's just in regular potting mix, and I think it's doing well. I have this dormant cedar elm that I collected. It's gonna be about 2 years now. It's got a really nice twist right there, so I'm going to be chopping it down about right there, and I'm going to do a root over rock on this one. My hackberry, which is currently fully defoliated, a lot of long shoots as well. I'm going to be selective pruning, and just to make sure that I start working on that ramification. And since I mentioned that the weather is about to get pretty cold, I have set up my greenhouse, not really to keep them, heated in there, but just to protect them from the cold wind. And I'm going to be using this whole bag of leaves just to like put them out, on top of the soil and just cover the pots around, just to keep them from freezing. It's gonna be like 25 degrees Fahrenheit or something, so it is gonna get cold. So yeah, let's see how it goes, and let me show you my indoor trees. They are doing great. So here is all my bonsai that I bring indoor for winter, and I have too many tropicals. I just love them, but I really want to show you my Vietnamese bluebell. I did carving before on a video recently, and I closed the binders right now because the sun is just crazy. But I don't think you've seen this thing in bloom before that I've shown you, and it's just blooming like crazy. All those flowers, really, really beautiful, and they smell really good. They smell kind of like grape soda, I would say. So what I'm trying to do with this one, I want more growth to fill out this area right here. And I'm going to try to fill out this right here just to get that triangular shape right about there. So I still have some more to fill up. I have a lot of growth, and this one I might be wiring it up, but I'm still missing that part right here. So maybe around right there, just to get that triangular shape. I'm going to do a little bit more carving, especially right around the edges, so it can show more of that division of the live vein and the dead wood. But nothing going on here. My Ficus benjaminas, they are just growing like crazy. I just wired this one maybe like a little bit over a month ago, and I already had to remove the wire because, as you can see, it's already biting down. Same thing on this one here, that I did some crazy twisting and I removed all the wire because it was already biting. Nothing major here, so just have those poinsettias back there that I'm trying to really pushing for a poinsettia bonsai. I have my Ficus microcarpa just growing well. It's a little dark because I closed the binders. My Benjamin, now the big one that I potted already into a different container. I have a whole mess right there, but either way, it's growing really, really nice. So tons of growth, and I'm planning on doing an air layer right about here, and this is going to be my new lead, so I'm going to create some really nice movement on that. Here is my main poinsettia, and as you can see, that little trunk has little nice curves, so it curves really nicely. And then this is going to be my lead, and I'm just letting that one grow so it can thicken up the trunk, but it's getting pretty woody at the base, so I like it. Another benjamina, and here's my huge one, doing really, really well. A lot of sun that comes through here. I'm going pretty quick over this ones because I've shown you, and I haven't really made any changes to any of these things. This is my Portulacaria afra. But yeah, I mean, everything is really doing really well in here. There's a lot of sun that comes through these windows, so they are doing amazing. Just wanted to give you a quick update on my winter trees, how they are doing and how the indoor ones are doing. We're gonna get some pretty cold weather coming up, so let's see how that goes. If you want to learn more about bonsai, you can always click on the video on the description.